another wahoo. After drinking, say there was something, but you say there was nothing. But you say it with a smile.
Whoa! Hey everyone, welcome to the Fifth Quarter Fantasy Cast. I'm your host, Coach V, and I'm joined by Dr. Dry and Peepaw.
Throw it up for them kickers out there, boys.
Let's get this money.
All the time. We love you. Well, I hope everyone's doing okay. I hope you survived, or maybe you didn't even play this past week because your team's that good. But we're in the second week of the fantasy playoffs for most leagues, and things are heating up. Things are getting scary. People are tearing ACLs, like what if a fantasy manager tore his ACL? Like, does that affect the team morale? Do they get a backup in for the fantasy manager? I don't know. I'm
still updating if I tear my ACL.
Man, imagine what it feels like to tear your ACL. You're just out there being athletic, and then my ACL, my asshole. Oh,
my asshole.
You could read it on Mahomes' lips. They were like, "What's wrong?" And he was like, "My asshole." But ACL is asshole. That's really funny. And
yeah, you're right. That's the only thing you got right.
Well, I survived. My two barely survived. Arthur Smith giving Ken Gainwell all the touches and Jaylen Warren being injured, but it worked out. And so, yeah, I'm still alive in all three of my leagues. How is y'all's fantasy situation?
It was a lot easier to watch the games knowing there weren't any implications. In the one league I was in the toilet bowl, I went up against Bijan and Pitts. So I already lost, so I just threw the towel in anyways, since it was in the toilet bowl to begin with. So the rest of the weekend, I was like, we're chill. And I had nothing to worry about except avoiding injuries, which we didn't. So things are looking a little bleak, but we'll see if we can make it in our week and go on to the finals. So 2 of 3 in the semifinals, and we'll see if we can push to the finals.
All right, boys. We might be looking at multiple championships here. So it looks like with all three of us, which is great. So I am in 10 leagues. 4 of them I'm eliminated, so we don't have to hear about those anymore. But this weekend I went 2-0, and then I had 3 bye weeks. And that 10th league is really it's an IDP league, it's a best ball league, but I'm still in it. So I don't know. I've been counting it if I win or lose, but full disclosure. But anyways, I went 2-0 in my matchup. So I was a 2 seed against a 7 seed. Always hard when there's 8 teams in the playoffs, because your league you can have a great season, it be ended like that. So in that one, great manager, but kind of forgot to update a little bit. Marvin Harrison Jr. was still in the lineup. He had Michael Wilson on the bench, didn't switch him out. And then he got completely screwed by the Chicago Bears with the Roma Dunze injury. And I saw the notification come through 2 minutes before kickoff. And unless you're on your phone, you're screwed. So anyways, had a couple zeros there, won pretty easily, as I should have. And then the other one, just a better team. Oh, that's the one where I went against that Phillip Rivers team, and he went all in on the Colts. Started 4 Colts. It was, and I had the Seattle kicker who outscored everybody. So that game flow really helped me out. And now I get my shot at Skittles, who has the 2 seed that I should have gotten the whole time. So that's the best, though. Whenever you get screwed out of that 2 seed, you're in that 3 seed, and you're going to see them in 2 weeks if you get through that first round matchup. So looking forward to that. But this team I was against, I don't know why they went all in against that Seattle defense with a grandfather for a quarterback. But they had Phillip Rivers, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, and Tyler Warren. So they combined for nothing, and they only wish they were as good as Jason Myers. So big week for me. felt weird having just 2 matchups, but we will have 5 or 6 matchups this week, and looking forward to it. Had a few buys going. We're ready.
Coach and I, we're fixing to face off here this week.
Yeah. Junkies will have someone from this quarter fancy cast in that championship.
Yeah, that'll be nice. No matter what, an FQF member will be in the championship. And peeps, I'll tell you, you saw how talking shit went for Superfan Matt. He talked shit last week, and I butt fucked him. Like, I think I won by like 40 points. So, just don't do it. I will do it.
Opened up a can.
We are refraining. I think that we'll just see what happens.
Classy organization.
Yeah.
That's what we run here. We're a straight ship.
Unlike Vinny, who said, I don't even see them as a team.
And on Sunday morning, I just posted in the group chat, I just said, hey, Matt, eat shit.
It was nice. It's cool to see that. I know in most of my leagues, I never see anyone talking any shit. So it's good to see that. So thanks for bringing that back, because I haven't seen something like that in about 10 years.
Yeah. I think it's fun to do. You can do it before the matchups start. You can't do it after it's over with as adults, because we're adults now and we don't rub it in. But before, I think it's cool. So anyways.
Fun story. Mike Sato, the 1 year he played, I remember it was a Monday night football game. We just got off of our pizza shift. And we're all watching it. It was the year he had Randy Moss. And he called B-Rad afterwards, and he's like, oh, what's up, baby? He was really letting him have it for this regular season, man. It was awesome. It was uncharacteristic.
Mike was a hell of a fantasy owner, and he didn't mind letting you know that he won.
He was the Agrabah TFs.
Yeah. And Mike's catchphrase, I think everyone has a catchphrase when they're watching.
Yeah, baby.
Fantasy. Yeah, like when you're sitting down and you're watching your guy scores, everyone has a thing they do. And Mike was, yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Like that.
Oh, God. Okay, well, for those of you who had a bad week, we're going to give you some things to be pissed about. It's the Hillshire Farm gift basket of disappointment.
George looks like he's about to put his pickings in Tet's ear.
So this is for the player who pissed you off. I was roaming the aisles this past weekend, and I saw a few of these gift baskets of disappointment on sale. I think you should pick up a handful and just distribute them throughout the year for people's birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, every holiday you can think of. You know what? Pop into Walmart the day after Christmas, get these guys half off, and then distribute to your loved ones all year long. Don't make it just a Christmas thing. So who are the guys that you're disappointed with this week?
We'll start with my boy, Tetaroa. On the field for 84% of the snaps with only 4 targets and 2 receptions. So overall, not a great day out there. But I do have him in our Junkies League, which he's about to tear you a new one, Coach, this next week. He's coming out hot and heavy, I feel like, against the Buccaneers, who have been basically being throttled on all year coming up here at the end of the season. So looking out for Tetaroa to have a bounce back week this week, even though this week was not his, I believe it was his worst outing of the season. So looking forward to that, and hopefully he escapes the Hillshire Farm unscathed from the man to his right.
All right, I have Joe Burrow, and he was a bad boy this week. Only 7 points. He looked to start to get the offense going, and then he threw a couple interceptions. Real embarrassing. He's real emo right now too, just super sad. Like, I don't like the energy he's giving off. I do have to start him in one league that I have him in. Yeah, Joe Burrow, hopefully he gets it together. He's very much Andrew Luck vibes. That's what he's giving off right now. So a little worried about him just like walking off the field randomly in the second quarter, and you've already started him, so you get like kind of a T. Higgins performance, but not an injury, a retirement. So very worried about Joe Burrow. I do have to start him in a league, but if you have someone like super reliable Jacoby Brissett who gets 20 points a game or someone like that, start him over Joe Burrow. He'll make he'll make you like the way you look.
Is that Men's Warehouse?
Yeah, I think the phrase is "you're gonna like the way you look" or something like that.
What's Genesis Diamonds? Our accent is always on value.
And then you got Sir Pizza, you make me love pizza again.
My guy is the funny little fellow there at the edge of the screen. That's George Pickens, for those of you who aren't familiar with that picture of him, who hasn't he hasn't scored a touchdown since the week before Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving game was his last good performance, and since then it's just really went down the toilet. I think kind of like Joe Burrow, you probably got to start him this week if you don't have a lot of other better options, but you're not excited about it. But you would think he's got to turn it around at some point, but he has more fumbles than touchdowns in like the past 5 weeks. So not looking forward to starting George Pickens. But hopefully he can bounce back. I don't have any shares of it anywhere, but he's been good to you. It sucks these guys have been good to you all year. You then have to like dump at the end. Like, it really sucks. But if you don't do that, then you're just going to get effed over. So you should really don't get too emotional. If you have better options, take them.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of 1 seeds and 3 seeds just falling this week, like dominant years, and that's the most disappointing thing, because you do have the best team, but you lost at the wrong time, and so unfortunately we're seeing a lot of that right now, because it's like, oh man, I ran into the amazing Trevor Lawrence, Kyle Pitts, and Trevor Etienne, and like, who could have seen that coming? But moving on, it is Transformation Tuesday, and so we all know Arthur Smith, and Peepaw had a theory that I wanted to put into practice tonight. So Arthur Smith, we all know him as the offensive coordinator, butt cheese boy resident of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's what happened last night. Who most of us needed? Jaylen Warren. We were up late with Coach V watching his matchup. He needed 6 points from Jaylen Warren, and damn, it took long enough. He got it in the fourth quarter, and Jaylen Warren was a little ill last night. So we were like, oh man, what if Arthur Smith is like, hey, you know what? This is under control. We've got a huge lead now. You don't feel good. Clock out, go home for the day. But luckily he stayed in for one more play, barely got it, and he squeaked by. Jalen Waddle crapped the bed. Devon Achane, he's cool. But he didn't score. So but who scored instead? Not 1, but 2 tight end rushing touchdowns.
Oh, he's nothing more than a common butt cheese boy.
Arthur Smith, the butt cheese architect, was at it again, crafting the cheese right on Heinz Field. Who
do we want a rushing touchdown from? Jaylen Warren or Jonnu Smith? That's right, Jonnu Smith. That's what everyone's been asking for.
Definitely Jonnu Smith, and definitely Cameron Hayward's brother. So that's what happened last night. And anyways, so we have this theory that Arthur Smith is actually Patrick the Porker in disguise. And this is what his final form will look like, creating a trifecta of butt cheese, piggyism, and Arthurness. And Patrick the Porker, look at him go, stealing all your money, all those parlays that you made, all those safe bets that you had going into the playoffs. You have your studs. Nah, we're going to do this instead. My name's Arthur Smith, and I'm also known as Patrick the Porker. All right.
There he is again.
What?
There he is again.
There he is again. A craftsman of the sleep number shit the bed award. Anyways, I only put one in. So I actually have Mr. Jalen Waddle. I have him in a league. Luckily, I was able to survive without him. But dude, got to get it together. Like I know we might be seeing a different quarterback. I don't know what it is, but he just disappeared last night. I watched another matchup. Our good buddy Pastor Joe probably should have lost. He was against Jalen Waddle, only needed 6 points. He got like 4.5, and Joe held on for that last quarter and a half where Waddle did nothing. So someone on the good end of something like this. But Waddle, you gotta get it together, man. There was a period of time where you looked like him, and now I don't even know if you're her.
That's a bit terrifying, the change of quarterback, because you love all the dump offs that Achan's. I mean, I love all the dump offs that Achan's getting. What's this new quarterback going to do potentially if they end up rolling with someone else? So it's a little terrifying on that end. But my boy, who should really be open for work, is Ladd McConkey. He passed 5 games here. We're looking at performance of 20.7, 4.3, 13.9, 2.2, 4.0. I don't know if you know, but that's not going to get it done in the playoffs. So currently he may be flying that open for work banner, but the fact of the injuries that I'm having and dealing with, there's a chance that he's playing this week against Dallas. And you just pray and hope that he's crawling out of the bed and he's cleaned himself up enough to get back on that field. So, Ladd, it's the old where you're in practice with the boys and you got to go. Good work, good play. That's what we need to do to Ladd. Get him back on the field.
Well, he is going against the Cowboys, so maybe he can put up Justin Jefferson numbers, 4.2.
So mine goes to not the man, but his body part, Devontae Adams' hamstring.
That's what that is.
Yeah, that's a clip of.
You can see the little lump there, and so the receiving touchdown leader for the NFL is done for your fantasy season, more than likely, and probably rightly so. Trying to save him, get him ready for the playoffs, and Devontae Adams doesn't have a Super Bowl, does he?
I think he did with the Packers.
Did he get one with Rages?
Maybe not.
Anyways.
No, maybe not. I don't think he did, actually.
He's someone I would like to see get a Super Bowl. So, anyways, sucks. I like Devontae Adams. I like the season he's had. He's had a huge year. He's one who, lived up to expectations. A lot of expectations preseason. He lived up to them. But his hamstring wasn't ready to go a full fantasy season. So, RIP, but thank you for your service.
He does not have a ring.
Okay.
No, ringless.
He came in after Rodgers won it.
Yeah. We all have a ring, though.
Hey.
Sorry, ladies. And Arthur Smith has a ring, and so does Patrick the Porker. All right, so moving on down. All right, so let's switch it up. Pretty negative here lately. We are in a negative show. We have positive things that happen too. Donkey Teeth over here would like to present the McDonald's 11th McNugget Award for week 15. And this is that player that was a good surprise. Maybe came out of nowhere. I think there's some huge performances that we did. Basically, the box would overflow if we had them in here. A lot of unexpected things. So I wanted to give a honorable mention to Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. No one saw that shit coming. So let's see. We also have we also have Kyle Pitts. One of them reasons, and it's like, okay, who would have started him? I'll tell you who. A 6 seed. A 6 seed or an 8 seed would have started him because they barely made it to the playoffs because Kyle Pitts was their tight end. So that's who started him. And unfortunately, it bit us in the A on this one. So, but if you did have him, congratulations. You're probably starting him again next week, and he'll get you 2 to 3 points. But Kyle Pitts, 46 points, at 46.5 points, I think. He's like a top 5 scorer this year. But yeah, just saw that out of nowhere. Definitely a good McNugget if you had him.
There was a stat I heard from fantasy footballers where they were talking about, I believe Kyle Pitts scored 7% of his total fantasy production for his entire NFL career in that one game.
Yeah, and I was like, where has this been for the last half decade? Where has this been his entire career? Someone like I talked to a few people and they're like, man, I had Pitts on the bench, and I'm like, well, you would have been crazy to start him. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, like don't feel bad about not starting him.
So my boy, Chef Olave up there, he quietly, do you want to guess what wide receiver ranking he is in PPR formats this season?
12.
10?
8.
What?
Yep. So he's been putting up a really, really quiet season. You wouldn't think, just because the team sucked at the first half of the season, mainly because Rattler was starting at quarterback. Now they got a decent, competent quarterback. Things seem to be turning around a little bit for their offense in multiple ways. And I was thinking about this on the drive home. I think Tyler Shuck may be God Squad tier next season.
It could be there.
I may forget that next year when I make my list, but for right now, I think that'll be there. But he ended up getting 20 fantasy points this week, so with a tutty. So awesome to see for him, and he's a guy that you root for because he's on a bad team, bad situation. But Chef Olave, kudos to you this week.
All right, good job. All right, moving on. No, I'm just kidding. You can play JJ McCarthy if you want to.
Yeah, 9 has put up two-ish good weeks in a row, fantasy-wise. Still not helping Justin Jefferson out at all, but he's in the conversation. If you're one who listens to all the different fantasy noise out there, a lot of talk about JJ McCarthy this week, and so yeah, 9. I don't want it. I don't want it as much as everyone else doesn't want it to be a thing, but he scored enough fantasy points to matter. So good job, you weird little dude.
He's putting up more than 9 points a week, so that's got to count for something. I really don't believe in him long term. I think he's got good matchups these past couple weeks, and I don't know. I think anyone who doesn't believe still is a Jefferson owner. Like, if you're a Jefferson owner, you're just going to be constantly in disbelief no matter how good he does until Jefferson starts getting involved. But with that being said, he has had a good couple of weeks. So
to be fair, Jefferson did have a touchdown this past week that was called back because a dude was, illegally lined up or whatever. Those stupid penalties.
Got screwed over by the backup tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's a weird one. So, kind of getting into some internal conflict. So Superfan Matt, Vinny got lucky. Fact, but Coach V fires back. Talent greater than luck. But yeah, it was. I was expecting it to be a closer matchup. Coach V wins by 30. He's moving on. So, but now he gets Pastor Joe, who's he's been baptizing people all season, and Coach V's lined up, but he's got some talent, so should be a good matchup. Meanwhile, I get Superfan Matt's brother, so That'll be he's been putting up some points too, but I'm also no slouch. But Pastor Joe defeating Kyle Pitts, which is good. Moving on. So weights for men, flex of the week 15 edition. I'll go first. My son, he's turning 5 today, so happy birthday, Denver Dry. You're a stud. We got you here on the weights for men flex of the week. This kid's awesome. Maybe 20 years early here, but I'm gonna go ahead and put him on here just so that I can say I told you first.
I guarantee that's what Trey McBride looked like as a young boy too.
Yeah.
And now look where he's at.
Just got the ice ready for his T-ball game.
Oh yeah, I could see that being Trey. He's got the same hair and everything too, just lacking a little bit of muscles and tattoos, but it's fine.
All offense, no defense. Denver doesn't even like fielding the ball.
I got Chunk Boy McBride up here. He's unbelievable, man. I don't know what else to say on that. He's getting fed the ball like none other from Jacoby Brissett, and he's just on another level. If you have him at tight end, he's what Kelsey was, 5, 6, 7 years ago is what he's turning into. Man's absolutely unstoppable. I love when he catches the ball and he looks like he's twice the size of anyone trying to tackle him, and then he flexes in the end zone after he scores, and I'm like, that dude is jacked. He is jacked as all get out. But your kiddo's got something to look forward to, bulking up in the future and become a weights for men, just like Trey McBride.
Yeah. So I mean, Trey McBride, it was a dynasty startup. Brock Bowers he was available, and I went Trey McBride, and everybody was like, what are you doing? Brock Bowers is there. And I'm like, I know what I have. Like, sometimes, you can't be a slave to those rankings. You just have to call your shot. You have to shoot your shot. And that's what I did. So very excited to have Trey McBride for the rest of his life.
I got Mike Evans in there. Came back from injury. Immediately gets like 20 fantasy PPR points. And I didn't start him. I wasn't ready for it. I was like, let's give him a week. Let us get his feet underneath him. But in true GOAT fashion, came back, produced. I know he's porked over Dr. Dry in the playoffs before. I'm hoping he can do some porking for me.
Hey.
Against Peeps this week.
Hey, stop that.
Pork the Peeps.
Hey.
That's the picket sign at the college game day. Pork the Peeps. Oh no. So I mean, yeah, Mike Evans, he got 20 points, which was 4 less points than Jason Myers got. Ooh. And that's what earned him a spot on here. The GOAT. He's the boss god of 2025. We got to come up with a cool nickname for Jason Myers. He kicks ass and he kicks field goals. He kicked 6 field goals, multiple 50-plus yarders, and he was available in one of my leagues just 3 weeks ago. And I was like, this guy's the number 1 kicker. What are you doing? And so I think someone dropped him for a bye week or something. And I was like, no, that is an investment. You pick him up and you start him. So anyways, just wanted to flex that I have Jason Myers and they don't.
Oh, dang, right. I didn't think Myers was the number 1, but he is.
Number 1.
Kickers are a really good I was about to say kickers are a good position to keep an eye on. They're a sneaky position as we're here in the playoffs that can get you quite a bit of points. And not many people keep up with kickers the same. So if you filter by points for the season, you'll be shocked to see who's up there and who might be available.
Yeah, it's one of those things kickers and defenses, you can easily stream these guys. It's really not that hard. I mean, defense, you'll probably miss more times than you'll hit, but you can really play matchups. Kickers, just kind of keep an eye on that leaderboard every week. And just go get the top guy every week and then stick with him once you have him, and he'll lead you to the promised land.
All right. We got ourselves a sponsor this week, boys.
For sure.
Yeah, Ted. Ugh.
Hey folks, Mark Holloway here from Get Her Done Disposal. That's right. Give old Mark a call and tell him where to go, and your junk he will throw at Get Her Done Disposal. You got junk, I got a truck at Get Her Done Disposal. Grab you a handful of Chex Mix, and your junk problems Mark will fix. Get Her Done Disposal.
Just in time for the holiday season, eh?
Thanks, Mark.
Get a shower, Mark.
You nasty.
All right. Do you want to play a game first, or do you want to do shoot your shot first?
Yeah, play the game. Play the game.
Play the game.
All right. This is what Doc and I played when you took off one of those weeks, a couple of weeks ago, Vinny.
Okay.
We're going to play, did Cam Ward score higher than X player this week? All right. Just give me a higher or lower, whether you think Cam Ward scored higher than or lower than each of these players I'll list off. Phillip Rivers.
Higher.
Good. Dak Prescott.
Higher?
Aaron Rodgers.
Low.
Ooh, you guys are spot on. Let's go Jackson Dart.
Lower.
Ooh, lower than.
Oh, I'm out.
Lamar.
Higher than Lamar.
Correct. Justin Herbert.
High.
Higher. 9.
Lower.
Lower. Jordan Love.
Higher.
Higher. Tua.
Lower.
Oh,
Lower.
wait.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, the garbage time. Damn.
There you go.
I missed you.
That was pretty good.
what a fun game.
Cameron Ward out here surprising some people. All right.
Crazy.
Time to shoot your shot, boys. Starting out with
playing
quarterback. I will lead her off with Tyler Shuck. You know, the guy that plays quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. They're going up against the Jets, which is an absolute delicious matchup to go against. Over the past 2 weeks, they've been giving up the second most points to opposing quarterbacks. So, combination of playing well since he came into the starting role, I do think that the matchup sets him up to score some pretty good points. If you're a guy who somehow had Mahomes, rode him through the playoffs, went down, there's a chance Shuckinator sitting out there, and maybe he'll take a break from shucking oysters to shucking your lineup.
Go shuck yourself. That was who I was going to pick. I'm going to pick. Have you ever heard of CJ Stroud?
Who?
Because we haven't heard about him in a while, and he's only available in 8% of. No, I don't know the number, but he might be available in some places if you need him. They go against the Oakland, the Las. That was 2 cities ago, or the Las Vegas Raiders. See,
Do you want to restart?
They're such a bad team. I can't remember where they reside. But yeah, I mean, he's going against the Butthole Raiders. They should beat them pretty badly. CJ Stroud, smash accept.
I'm going to go with Gardner Minshew.
Ooh, nice. Minshew
Right.
Mania.
They got the Titans.
Nice.
They're like really feeling like shit. The whole team is. So they need to pick me up. And who better than that? Like cut off blue jean swamp gator fucking. So yeah,
It won't be long. Won't be long before he ends up on the Head and Shoulders commercials too.
This morning FIFA was like, "Hey, you know why you don't have as many viewers? Because you're so dirty on the podcast." I
She's
was
just
like,
talking about the start last week.
yeah, and I was like, "I'll work on that." And then, well,
Here we are.
alligators.
Well, at least we made it further than the first minute into the show this week.
Yeah, we got 20. Well, we almost got a whole hour into this thing. So
Yeah, we're good.
we're doing good.
All right.
Only 2 people heard it.
Running back this week, I am going to go with Woody Marks if he's healthy. If he is not healthy, we're going with his backup with Lord only knows what his name is. That is the guy that who?
Ogunbowale,
No, that's not him. Different guy.
the other one.
The other one. So he was actually the guy that I just submitted a waiver claim for. Jawar Jordan.
Jawar.
He is a sophomore out of Louisville, and I think that he will be primed for a good matchup. If Woody Marks plays, then Woody Marks is absolutely thrown in there. They're playing against the aforementioned Raiders, who don't seem to show up any single week, and I feel bad for Max Crosby. So good luck to the Houston Texans in your victory this week.
Yeah, I'm so you went Tyler Shuck. They're going against the Jets. If Tyler Shuck does his job, that means Devin Neal can do his job. So I'm going to go with,
he's injured, man.
all right, yeah, don't start Devin Neal. Is he out?
He had a hamstring injury, yeah.
All right.
That other guy.
While the doc is scrambling, I'll tell you
Let me
mine.
look.
I'll go with Tyrone Tracy this week.
Nice.
He's been getting more and more of the backfield, been doing really well. They got Minnesota, which I think is kind of like a mid place to start for a running back. But I don't know. They got some energy. They're trying to finish the season on a high note. They're with like Jackson Dart and the youth. They reminded me of how the Patriots tried to finish last year and then carry that momentum into next year. So Tyrone Tracy maybe helping lift them up because they got some energy now that they got Dart back.
What I was struggling with, because I have Tracy in the Junkies League, and I may or may not depend. Maybe I play him this week. I don't know. But it's tough with that shared backfield with Singletary. You just don't know each week who's going to get the share. So, Doc, you ready yet? You found that backup?
Working on it.
His name is Audric Estime.
Yes. I think I'm going to go. I mean, shoot, like there's no one that's like not obvious. I think RJ Harvey.
Hey!
I mean,
Is
you're
he
starting to
injured
know it. He's been awesome. I mean, he's coming through like every single week. So and I was one of the few who believed, the proud, the RJ Harvey believers. So so that's I'm glad that is finally happening. It took forever for J.K. Dobbins to get out of the way, but he's gone. So RJ Harvey will be happily the starting running back. I hate that they spell him so much with those other two guys, but they know Harvey's him. So look for that to continue against the Jags.
He is questionable with a rib injury.
They'll play.
Oh, good. Perfect. I like that.
That's doctor's orders.
Onward. Onward to receivers at that. I'm looking at DK Metcalf, who I believe only had 3 targets this past week, but ended up getting in on. That was a fantastic touchdown to see. I don't know why they don't use him more. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Arthur Smith. You know what Arthur Smith is? He is.
Oh, he's nothing more than a common butt cheese boy.
Exactly. Thank you, voiceover. That is why DK Metcalf is not getting any more opportunities than he's getting when he deserves a lot more than that. We see what he can do. They're going against the Lions this week, who, as I mentioned last week, the Lions have been progressing towards the defense of the old, letting up a ton of points, and especially the wide receivers. So this is the reason why I do think that DK Metcalf could have a big game should Arthur Smith choose to let him have the ball. I don't know if you saw. Did you watch when Aaron Rodgers was screaming at Arthur Smith last night? He, it was Arthur was calling a bunch of run plays back to back to back, and they weren't going anywhere. The camera pans over to Rodgers, and he's just yelling, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" One begging him to call different plays.
Oh God, that sounds like you're not like embellishing. That's literally had to be what happened. Like,
No, but it is also Arthur Smith's fault. Sometimes I think it's Aaron Rodgers, but that's Arthur Smith.
Yeah. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is smarter than Arthur Smith. So I do have a receiver already. Let's see. So I'm assuming, what is MHJ's injury? Did he get like appendicitis and like stay out forever or what?
Yeah, but then he had his heel injury. I don't know if that's still what he's dealing with. Yeah, his heel injury is still what he's dealing with.
Yeah.
My guess is he doesn't want to play for Jonathan Gannon, but who would?
Yeah, I mean, we'll just say that they're quietly benching him because he sucks and Michael Wilson's better. So, so Michael Wilson, that's who I'm going with again. I benched Ashton Genty for him this last week, and it was the best move I've ever made. Michael Wilson, as long as like, and even if MHJ's there, who cares? Michael Wilson's better. Michael Wilson without MHJ, though, he gets that volume that he deserves, and he should get it again this week against the Falcons. Also, don't forget about Drake London on your IR. Who knows? They might actually fire him up out there, which would be a great shot in the arm for any team that's made it this far that's a high seed that survived without him. And then also, I mean, if you're super desperate, throw Jalen Waddle out there. They're going against the Bengals. And also, if you're super desperate, Justin Jefferson, possibly. They're against the Giants. 9 is scoring more than 9 points a game now. We just need Justin Jefferson to score more than 9. Last week was his best outing in the last month with 4.2 fantasy points. And it's messed up, but it's such a good matchup against the Giants. I might break him back out. I did bench Jefferson in a league and felt good about it, but it still feels wrong, even though it paid off. So I think this week might be a week to break out Justin Jefferson. It does feel extremely risky, though.
He is getting targets for what it's worth. The balls are just not catchable. But Jefferson did have a dropped one that was a laser fired into him that he dropped.
I think he was surprised it was accurate.
More than likely, and not over his head. But all the recipe says it's there. It's just a matter of if you got the nads to play him.
I got, because of Christian Watson injury, Jaden Reed. They need somebody. It's a big game. It's Chicago. They got to have it. So I think this is going to be piggy bank game, maybe. I think there's going to be some back and forth here. And I know the Packers receiving core is so difficult. But if I had to put my chips on somebody to have a big day, I'd put Jaden Reed to take over some of that Christian Watson scoring. But someone could make a good argument for Romeo Doubs too. But he's always just been the reliable guy, never the big play guy. So, and Christian Watson's the big play guy. So who's going to take that spot? Jaden Reed this week against Chicago.
What's that? That was from the week over here.
Things happen. Tight end this week, we are going with the Walrus, Darren Waller, playing the Bengals. Didn't work out last week for either of the Ravens tight ends. It worked out a couple weeks ago when they played, but this past week didn't work out. I do believe, sure as hell hoping that Tua stays quarterback because we know he targets fantasy guys. So whether they're productive or not, it's a different story. But I've been happy with the quarterback play going to Waller when he's been on the field. Both the guys been on the field. So against statistically the worst defense out there, believe it or not, worse than the Raiders. I do think that Darren Waller should have himself quite an outing this week.
I also have Darren Waller.
Ooh, are you going to play him against me this week after I told you to pick him up?
I'm debating it. I mean, I have Brock the Cock in that league, so it's like, do you roll with Brock the Cock or do you put in hot Darren Waller, who looks like he should be in prison? He looks like an inmate. Like he's
turned his life around.
He did used to like drugs. I know that.
Yes.
Has he been in prison? He looks like he's been in prison.
I think he just had a rough, kind of like Max Crosby. Just looks like he's had a rough past, but he's like chill now.
Max Crosby's in the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah, like they could go to prison and no one would mess with them, and they would assume that they're like lifers. They've been there since 1975.
No, but they're chill. They're like super chill dudes when they talk.
They just look like inmates. They just not just the tattoos. Like they just have this look that says I'm an inmate. I don't know.
Could you imagine Prison Mike bring him into the office for that episode?
Well,
he's like, "Hey guys, these guys have served time." No, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, Darren Waller probably should be in prison because he, a lot of he stole a couple touchdowns last night. So.
All right, Doc.
I'm gonna go with old hee-haw, Donkey Teeth.
He's been hot too.
They're going against the Commanders, so look for him to go completely commando. Expose yourself to Dallas Goedert this week.
You think Pat would get jealous?
Huh?
You think Pat would get jealous?
I don't know. I was expecting to see a Pat Freiermuth rushing touchdown last night. But so something new's happening over in Philly. They're doing that little pop pass to Dallas Goedert. Didn't he score 2 of them things off of that?
Yeah.
He scored. Yeah.
Crazy. I mean, I don't know why they don't try that with someone fast like Devontae Smith or something. But he doesn't.
That'd be obvious.
He doesn't complain enough to get the ball either. So. Anyways, I really wish Jefferson would start complaining so 9 would throw it to him, but anyways, or throw it to him accurately, like be better.
Okay. Well, so good luck in your fantasy matchups. It's getting hairy out there, so don't shave. Stay warm. I don't know what's happening. I think I had a stroke. So anyway,
it's the fluorescence.
So I hope you're one of the 4-ish teams remaining in your league, and if you follow our advice to a T, I guarantee championships for all of you.
Don't start Devin Neal.
Yeah,
he's hurt. Don't start Patrick Mahomes. He's hurt.
There's someone out there who loves the Chiefs so much that they're carrying Mahomes to their fantasy championship so he can get a ring, and it's like,
my team's too injured to be doing bullshit like that. Like it's like our IR is completely full. If you get hurt right now, just go home.
So on the way out, don't forget to do all of your things, which are live, laugh, love, like, and subscribe. Fifth Quarter Fantasy.
Great show, boys. Great show.